I need 100 pack for my boys. These be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew boons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like a Mike. I got it no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
Y'all calling me crazy when a been ballin' all day like Brady. Long hair this wavy, and a been shopping all day, no Macy. Hop out first lady, you think can't date me? Look at your savings, you still waiting, still blowing out daisies, counting on daydreams. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, like crazy. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, no crazy. None of these crazy. Then I ball like Spalding. Can't call my bluff when it's my calling. Won't duck them all in. It's a brand new day, new pace like jogging. Straight facts, no jargon. It's a whole lot of big blue checks, no login. No stress, no stalling. See a whole lot of big focus when I ball in.
I'm going crazy, yeah. Can't date me, yeah. Look at your savings, yeah. Got 'em going crazy, yeah. Look at your savings, can't date me. I'm going crazy, yeah. Can't date me, yeah. Look at your savings, yeah. Got 'em going crazy, yeah. Look at your savings, can't date me. Like a Mexico, I mean I'm not sure. Like a Mexico, I'm not sure. I can let you know. I mean I stick to the point like a Mexico.
That's cuckoo nuts, crazy, amazing, buku bucks. Pay me awful luxury. Save me, who knew you go crazy? Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, like crazy. Crazy, gotta go crazy. All of these hate, no fake, no crazy. None of these crazy. Now I'm more crazy.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister. I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers. I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys. Drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not India. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VBs. I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge. Stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids. Ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10. Stay muddy to the lid. 800. Eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I reign.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to.
I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.
Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to.
Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy, I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
It's alright, man.
Can you go to court? Get it now.
Cool. I been going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw 'em off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face, cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna climb the time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna climb the time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash on wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Shot through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo Baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess, this a heat check. Yeah, shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years, the vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys, I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source, I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow, we're back.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. The Vikings have 3-9 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Check pass, check pass.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take for 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. 20.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On one, right?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
Touchdown!
Raheem Mostert.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Bengals 7, Vikings 3. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff, for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And some space here. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score. Bengals 14, Vikings 3. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Complete to Tyler Boyd. A gain of 7. First down.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bengals 14, Vikings 3.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 37-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MC. Gotta go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mostert will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Matching 18.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Burrow's throw taken in by Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to get...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings 3. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, you talk about Jamar Chase. One of the things that really stands out is his ability to take ordinary plays and then turn those into big ones.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
11. Stop.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Burrow on play action.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow, and they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
42, Vikings 3. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be, but still all a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do They'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to claw one back. Joseph connects on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side on the swing pass. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
11 coming. Stop.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's taken down inside the 30. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, you know, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Jamar Chase
from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 10. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Oh, look at this play call. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. B.J. Hill busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. He'll look to throw.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here we go, here we go.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Down inside the 40.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
95 yards rushing now from Mostert as he picks up a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here we go. Here we go.